Hare Krishna. We welcome all of our YouTube live listeners. We welcome all of our Facebook live listeners. Welcome to this third session and the final session of Sri Kripa Kataksha Stava Raja. So we'll start with some invocation prayers. Om Ajnanatirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधनाथ स्वामीनिति नामिने नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताक स्वामीनिति नामिने नमाचार्यपदाय निताय कृपा प्रदायिने गौरकथा धामदाय नगरग्रामतारिणे नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुर्लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्. Hare Krishna. Again, we welcome all of our YouTube live listeners, all of our listeners over Facebook Live. Welcome all of you to this third session of Sri Radha Kripa Kataksha Stava Raja. Today is the final day. We will try to cover the last 5 verses of Sri Radha Kripa Kataksha today. So this Sri Radha Kripa Kataksha Stava Raja, it is the king of all stavas. It is a prayer. It is a humble appeal. It is a prayer for the merciful sidelong glance of Srimati Radharani. It is an appeal to Srimati Radharani from the Urdhva Mayana Tantra. It is spoken by Lord Shiva to Parvati Devi, and we have covered till text 7 yesterday, and today we will cover from text 8 to 12. So to text 8. Suvarnamalli kanchita trirekha kambu kanthage Trisutramanga liguna Triratna dipti didhiti Salola nila kuntala Prasuna gucha gumfite Kada karishya si hamam kripa kataksha bhajanam. O goddess, who wears a golden necklace on the 3-lined conch shell of your neck. O goddess splendid with the 3 jasmine garlands and 3 jeweled necklaces. O goddess whose moving locks of dark hair are decorated with bunches of flowers. When will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? So again, we would like to say that we are not at all, absolutely not at all qualified to be speaking about these esoteric subject matters which are the topic of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna's amorous pastimes. We have absolutely no qualification. However, when we are trying to recite these, when we are trying to say some glories, we are not saying some glories which we feel may be good, but rather we are just simply trying to repeat what we have heard from Srila Prabhupada, from our previous acharyas, and from our Guru Vargas, from our spiritual masters. So, with that mood, begging for blessings from Srila Prabhupada and our Guru Vargas, we will start the trying to understand this most esoteric, this most mysterious of all topics, the pastimes of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. So, whenever I personally recite this text 8 of Sri Radha Kripa Kataksha, I am immediately reminded of a very beautiful Brajageet, because in this particular stanza, Sri Shivadev Mahadev Shivashambhu, he is glorifying Srimati Radharani, that she is so expert in decorating herself, her hair, and all different parts of her body with beautiful flower ornaments. She's dressing herself with flower ornaments. So, whenever I recite this particular verse, I'm immediately reminded of a very beautiful Brajageet, which is in Hindi, and it is also sung by our ISKCON devotees. When Brajamandal Parikrama happens, they in fact sing this entire Braja Geet. In the evenings when we camp in the night, in the evenings there is Krishna Katha, and then after the Katha there is beautiful Braja Geet that are sung. So one of these songs always stick to my mind. They're very, very close to my heart, which is this beautiful Braja Geet, which glorifies how Sri Sri Radha and Krishna decorate themselves with flower ornaments. फूलों में सज रहे हैं श्री वृंदावन बिहारी, फूलों में सज रहे हैं श्री वृंदावन बिहारी, और साथ सज रही हैं वृषभानु की दुलारी, टेढ़ा सा मुकुट सर पर रखा है किस अदा से, करुणा बरस रही है करुणा भरी निगाह से, इन दोनों पे मैं सदके, इन दोनों पे मैं वारी. So beautifully, this Braja Geet is saying that how Srimati Radharani, the daughter of Maharaj Vrishabhanu, the darling daughter, Vrishabhanu ki Dulari, the darling daughter of Maharaj Vrishabhanu, and Nandalala Shri Krishna, they decorate themselves with these beautiful flower ornaments. So beautiful, beautiful bhajan this is, very beautiful bhajan. So anyways, this brings us that Lord Shiva, he is glorifying Srimati Radharani, that she decorates herself so beautifully with these beautiful flower ornaments. It is said that the golden necklaces on the three-lined conch shell of your neck. Now we see similar features, the three-lined conch shell of the neck of Krishna has also been glorified by Satyavrata Muni in his most famous Sri Damodar Ashtakam, which we sing every day in the month of Kartik. In that Damodar Ashtakam, Sri Satyavrata Muni is also glorifying the beautiful neck of Sri Krishna, Sri Damodar, that it is also very beautiful with three lines, just like a conch shell. Rudantamohornetra yugmam rijantam karambhoja yugmena satankanetram muhoshva Sthita Grivam Damoda Ram Bhakti Badham. Satyavrata Muni is glorifying that Krishna, his neck is also like shaped so beautifully with three lines like a conch shell. The conch shell shape is so beautiful, so elegant. And just like that, Krishna's neck is also shaped just like that. And the pearl necklaces that Krishna wears around his neck is trembling because of his fear of Mother Yashoda. But then he sees the bhakti, the love of Mother Yashoda, and he gives himself to be bound by the love of Mother Yashoda, bhakti baddha. Similarly, Lord Shiva here is glorifying the delicate, tender, three-lined conch shell neck. The shape of neck of Srimati Radharani is glorified here by Lord Shiva. And he's saying that you are not only wearing three lines of jeweled necklaces, but you're wearing three strands of jasmine garlands also. And a goddess whose moving locks of dark hair are decorated with bunches of flowers. Gucha gumfite. Prasuna. Prasuna means flowers. Prasuna means sweet smelling flowers. Not just any ordinary flowers, but very sweet smelling flowers. Your hair is decorated with. When will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me, O Shri Radhe? Kada? When? When will you give your merciful glance upon me? So here we see that in the Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi by Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur, who is one of our acharyas in our parampara, he says that Krishna himself is glorifying the beautiful way that Srimati Radharani's, hair is looking and her conch shell shaped neck. So here is what he's saying. O moon-faced one, O Sri Radhe, O doe-eyed one, O goddess, O lovely nosed one, O one with reddish lips, O sweet smiler, O supreme Lakshmi, O creeper-armed one, O lustrous one of conch shell smooth neck, O one with plantain tree-shaped thighs, O whose collection of lotus toenails brilliantly illuminates all directions. When, O Sri Radhe, will you be worshipped by me? Krishna is hankering for worshipping this beautiful lotus-eyed Sri Radharani. Also in the Vidagdha Madhava, Krishna himself is saying that entwining this way and that with decorations of fresh forest flowers and bound and tied up with jewel threads, adorned with jasmine garlands of exotic fragrance, and hanging down very best of noble gemstones, your hairstyle arranged by the hand of Sri Hari himself. Will I ever see it, O Sri Radhe? Vidagdha Madhava is written by Srila Rupa Goswami. So this is the prayer of Sri Rupa Goswami, that Sri Hari himself is plaiting the beautiful locks of hair of Srimati Radharani. You see, Krishna, he is known as his different pastime goes. Krishna has that many names. So Krishna's pastimes are unlimited, and therefore Krishna has unlimited names. Like Krishna is called as Madhusudana because he killed the demon named Madhu. He's called Arisudhana because he killed the demon named Arishtasura. Krishna is known as Keshava because he killed the demon named Keshi. But Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, he says that there is another meaning for this name Keshava. Because there's no one expert in the entire creation as expert as Lord Hari himself, who masterly, decorates the hair of Srimati Radharani, the kesh of Srimati Radharani. So therefore, he is called as Keshava, the one who manages Srimati Radharani's kesh so beautifully, decorates it so elegantly, so expertly. That is Keshava. And look at the way Krishna, he's not using any ordinary thread to just, tie up Radharani's hair. He's using jeweled threads. He's using jasmine garlands of exotic fragrance, prasunna gucha gumfite. And he's hanging down by choosing very precious, noble gemstones. Now, the word noble here, which is used by Srila Rupa Goswami, it's not just by chance that Rupa Goswami used the word noble, noble gemstones. Why gemstones are not noble or, anything else? How can gemstones have any qualities? But in the spiritual world, they do. Everything that is used in connection to the divine couple, they are conscious. They are conscious entities. So even these gemstones are the best. They are the best of all nobility. And Krishna is personally selecting these noble gemstones to adorn the hair of Srimati Radharani. We see in the Gopi Geet also that the gopis, Srimati Radharani, when Krishna left the rasa dance, when the gopis are remembering Krishna, the gopis in the second verse of the Gopi Geet, they are actually addressing Krishna as the best of all nobility. That he is a sadhu jata, that he is of very, very noble and aristocratic birth. The gopis are saying, Sharadudashaye sadhu jata sa Sarasi Jodara Shri Moshadrisha Suratanathate Ashulkadasika Varadanighnato Neha Kim Vadha. That Krishna is sadhu jata, that he is the best. He's the best of the best of the best. That is how the gopis are establishing the position of Krishna. That he is the most noblest of all gentlemen. He's the best of all living entities. He's the absolute supreme personality of Godhead. He is sadhu jata. So without any kind of, black dot on him, Krishna is spotless character. That is Krishna. And that Krishna, that noble Krishna, he is selecting noble gemstones to adorn the hair of Srimati Radharani. So Krishna himself, on various occasions, he establishes Srimati Radharani as the topmost chaste woman of all times. There's a very beautiful pastime to this. One time, Srimati Radharani, in this Bhauma Leela of Sri Radha and Krishna, in the spiritual world, you see, in Golok Vrindavan, there is no demons. There is, everyone is very favorable towards Krishna. So there's no villains, there in Goloka Vrindavan. But in order to increase the loving reciprocations, to increase the loving reciprocation between the hero and the heroine, Rupa Goswami says that there is the need of some villains in the story. The villains stop the heroine from meeting the hero. The heroine hankers to see the hero. That is Krishna Leela when it happens in Bhauma Vrindavan. So the villains in this Krishna Leela, when it happens in Bhauma Vrindavan, in the Bhauma Leela, is Srimati Radharani's own in-laws, Jatila and Kutila, the sister-in-law and the mother-in-law of Srimati Radharani, who are always chastising Srimati Radharani, stopping Srimati Radharani from going and approaching Krishna, from meeting with Krishna. So one time, Krishna, he was in Nandagram and he was with Mother Jashoda. Mother Jashoda was giving him milk. And Krishna was drinking the milk, and suddenly when Srimati Radharani she was in Barshana, actually in Javat, she was in Javat, in her in-laws' home, she started crying very profusely that I am missing Krishna, but I am not able to go and meet with Krishna. And look at the way this Jatila and Kutila, they are always criticizing me that I am not chaste. So like this, Radharani was crying tears of, sorrowful ecstasy. So as soon as Srimati Radharani was crying, Krishna's heart could immediately understand that Sri Radhe is in trouble. She is sad. She is sorrowful. So immediately Krishna, he just fainted. He just immediately fainted. And when Krishna fainted, Jashoda Maya, she said, Kanha, what happened to you? What happened to you? And then immediately Krishna expanded himself as a Vaidya, as a doctor. And he came to the door of Mother Jashoda and he said, don't worry, Maya, I have come. I have come to see your son. Let me see what is wrong with him. So then Krishna, as the Vaidya, as the doctor, he checks on Krishna's pulse. Krishna himself checking on his own pulse. And he says that there's only one way to revive your son. This only way that your son can come back to consciousness. And that way is if a chaste woman can carry a pot which has 1,000 holes in it and fill the water of the Jamuna in that 1,000-holed water pot and bring it all the way here and sprinkle that water on your son's forehead, then he will come back to consciousness. So Jashoda Maya said, okay, I am going. And then Kanha said, oh, Maya, you are mother. You cannot go. So you cannot go, but the other ladies, let's round up all the chaste ladies of Rajadham. So Maya Yashoda, she then sent out a big announcement that please, everybody come, all the Vrajavadhus, please come. Jatila Kutila also came running. So then they said, yes, we are the most chaste. We are very, very chaste. So then this Ayurvedic doctor, the Vaidya, he said, okay, let's bring a pot. So he brought an earthen pot, and then that Vaidya, he made, Vaidya is Krishna, he made 1,000 holes in that earthen pot. And he gave it to Jatila. He said, go fill pot, water and bring. And then as soon as she went into the Jamuna, she tried to fill every water, everything fell off, obviously. Kutila did it. Kutila's thing also fell. So then Krishna, as the Vaidya, said, oh, you both, you always criticize your daughter-in-law, saying that she is not chaste. That look at you both are not chaste. What is this? So then Jatila, Kutila were very, very ashamed. And they said, well, now what do we do? But Mother Jashoda, she was in anxiety. That how can my Krishna come back to consciousness? So immediately Mother Jashoda said, only one person is there who can bring my Kanha back to consciousness is Sri Radhe. Go and bring her. And then Jatila Kutila started laughing. Look at this. No, Radhe, no. She can't do it. If we didn't do it, she can never do it. So then this Vaidya said, no, go and bring her. Let's go bring her. So then they brought Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani took that pot and then she went to the Jamuna. She filled the water pot with water, Jamuna's water. Not a single drop of water fell. She put the water pot on her head. She walked all the way to Nandagram. Not one drop of water fell from the 1,000 holes that were on the pots. That is the way of the love of Srimati Radharani, that it defies all laws of material nature. That Radharani's love was able to cover all the holes in the pot and not a single drop escaped. And she brought that water pot to Mother Jashoda. Mother Jashoda took that water and sprinkled on Krishna. Krishna immediately came back to consciousness. So this is the way that Krishna, time and again, he established the chastity of Srimati Radharani. That how chaste and how faithful Srimati Radharani is. So it is explained also um, in the Appreciating Vrindavan Dham book, that what are the different kinds of flower ornaments that Srimati Radharani wears, and she's so expert in all of them. So let's just try to read a few lines from this book, Appreciating Sri Vrindavan Dham. So it is said here, this is a quotation from Radha Krishna Ganodesh Deepika. There it is said that besides jewels and gold, Srimati Radharani wears a variety of flower crowns, necklaces, armlets, sashes, earrings, bracelets, anklets, and blouses. So even Srimati Radharani's garments are actually made of flowers. So it is said that Srimati Radharani herself taught Lalita Sakhi how to make these flower decorations. Favorite which Sri Radharani she prefers over the jewelry that she wears. You know why Srimati Radharani prefers the flower ornaments more than the gold and diamond and pearl jewelry? There's a very specific reason for that. Krishna is called as Vrindavan Nath. He is the king of the forest groves of Vrindavan. So all the flower bearing trees are like the subjects, and they're very, very dear to Krishna. Krishna himself adorns himself with fresh flower, forest flower garlands. So Srimati Radharani, because Krishna loves these flowers of Vrindavan. So Srimati Radharani, in that same mood, she prefers the flower ornaments more than the gold jewelry. That is how much Srimati Radharani loves Krishna. Srimati Radharani's favorite crown, which she personally taught how to make it to Lalita Sakhi. It is made from flowers and buds of 5 colors of arranged flowers in different kinds of shapes. The gopis also artistically arrange flowers to create 5 different kinds of earrings resembling objects like peacock, lotus, shark, half moon. So these are the 4 different shapes that the Sakhis designed Srimati Radharani's earrings as, with like peacock, lotus, shark, half moon, like Chandra, like that, Chandrabala. So beautiful. And the different kinds of flowers that are used are jasmine, parijat. Then there's Keli Kadamba, Malati flowers. All these fragrant, fragrant flowers are used very delicately to make these different flower ornaments for Srimati Radharani. So now we this brings us to text 9. Nitamba bimba lambamana pushpa mekha lagune prashastaratna kinkini kalapamadhya manjule Karindra Shunda Dandika Varoha Shobha Goruke Kada Karishya Sihamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam. O goddess, who wear a sash of flowers on your curved hips. O goddess, charming with a sash of tinkling jeweled ankle bells. O goddess, whose beautiful thighs punish the regal elephant's trunk. When will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? So beautifully, Lord Shiva, he's again saying that Srimati Radharani, he's describing the limbs of Srimati Radharani's transcendental body, which we heard in the Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi. that Krishna also is glorifying the plantain tree shaped thighs of Srimati Radharani. And here we are seeing that Lord Shiva is using it to say that Srimati Radharani's thighs are like the trunk of the elephant. So beautifully, and how Srimati Radharani is again decorated with these flower ornaments is what is talked about here in this particular text 9 from Sri Radha Kripa Kataksha. Lord Shiva so beautifully is describing these flower ornaments that decorate the sash of belt that Srimati Radharani wears. It's very, very beautifully described in the book Vidagdha Madhava by Srila Rupa Goswami, that how with tender, delicate flowers, the first a base of the flowers are made, like a thick base of flowers which measures the waist of Srimati Radharani. And then there are loops of Keli Kadambas. Keli Kadambas are small, small Kadamba flowers, very tiny, small Kadamba flowers. So those, they like hang like pearls. They're almost like pearls. So loops of Keli Kadambas are used to hang down from that sash of belt which is made for Srimati Radharani. Then there are danglings, between the loops, there are danglings of gutchas of jasmine. So the fragrance of this sash of belt that Srimati Radharani wears is so beautiful, so beautiful. And the gopis very expertly, they also add some tinkling bells into this flower ornament. So Srimati Radharani is bedecked with this flower ornaments that she is, worshipped as the queen of Vrindavan in this way. The gopis take delicate care in adorning Srimati Radharani in this way, and how Srimati Radharani decorates herself in this way and comes to meet with her beloved Sri Sri Madhava. Whenever this particular Leela comes to mind, which we had heard during our 2016's Brajamandal Parikrama from the lotus mouth of Srila Radharaman Maharaj. Srila Radharaman Maharaj was glorifying. We were at this place called Prem Sarovar. It is in between Barshana and Nandagaon. So starting from Nandagram, we come to this place called Prem Sarovar. And sitting at Prem Sarovar, Srila Radharaman Maharaj spoke a very beautiful Leela. A very, very beautiful Leela. That what is the epitome of love of Srimati Radharani? He explained the epitome of love of Srimati Radharani as something called as the Prem-Vaicittya of Sri Radhe, where he said that one time Srimati Radharani, she was decorated in this way with all the flower ornaments, and she came to meet with Lord Madhava, who was sitting at Prem Sarovar. A very beautiful swing was decorated by Vrindadevi for this divine couple to sit. And the gopis were serving this divine couple nice, refreshing drinks, tambula, and nice fruits just to refresh them. And because Srimati Radharani, she was adorned with very beautiful flower ornaments, there were some bumblebees who were getting attracted to the scent of these flower ornaments. So in this time, not only the Sakhis were there, but there were the Sakhas also who were actually engaged in different services to the divine couple. It is explained that Subala, Madhumangala, all these boys, they were fanning the divine couple with a chamara. And suddenly, Subala saw that there was a bumblebee who was coming very near to Srimati Radharani. So when it came very near Radharani, Subala, he just used his chamara to make that bumblebee go away, to make it fly away, so that that bumblebee doesn't bite Srimati Radharani. So as soon as the bumblebee flew away from there, being, chased away by Subala's fanning, Subala just screamed. He said, "Oh, Madhu Bhagya, Madhu Bhagya." मैंने मधु को भगा दिया. Means, oh look, this madhu. Means in Hindi, a bumblebee or a honeybee is called madhumakhi, madhu. So Subala just shouted that, oh look, Madhu ran away, Madhu ran away. And Srimati Radharani, she was sitting right next to Krishna. Krishna was right beside her. And yet, Srimati Radharani, listening to this statement of Subala, she just fainted. That she thought that Krishna went away, because Krishna is also called as Madhu. One of the names of Krishna is Madhu, Madhava. So she said, oh, Krishna went away. Krishna went away. He got chased away. Why did Krishna leave? Why did Krishna leave? And she just fainted in emotional ecstasy. And when she fainted, she literally fell on the lap of Krishna, because Krishna was sitting right next to Srimati Radharani on the swing. And she was in her unconscious state. She was remembering Krishna, that Krishna, please don't go. Please don't go. And Krishna was losing his senses. He was losing his, emotional and rational way of thinking. That why is Radharani fainted? I am right here, Radhe. Look, I have not gone anywhere. I am right here next to you. But Radharani, she was not able to, just imagine that Krishna has gone away. So Maharaj was describing that this is called Prem-Vaicittya. That although the beloved is right next to the person, but the emotional love is so much that just the thought of the lover going away disturbs the beloved. This is the level of love of Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani started crying tears of ecstasy. And seeing Srimati Radharani cry, Krishna started crying. He was crying. And both their loving tears made a beautiful sarovar. And that sarovar manifested as Prem Sarovar. So this Prem Sarovar, on the way to Barshana, on the way to Nandagaon, from Barshana on the way to Nandagaon, is a very, very special place. That it is made up of the loving tears of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. So this is how it is explained about Prem-Vaicittya. So this Srimati Radharani, this love of Srimati Radharani that she has for Krishna, that when, O Sri Radhe, Param Vaishnav Shiva Shambhu, he is begging that when will that day come that your merciful glance, your merciful sidelong glance will be upon me, O Sri Radhe. So this brings us to text 10. Aneka mantra nada manju nupurara vaskalat Samaja Raja Hamsavamsha Nikvanati Gaurave Vilola Hema Vallari Vidam Vicharu Chankrame Kada karishya si hamam Kripa Kataksha bhajanam. O goddess, whose anklets tinkling is more beautiful than the sounds of many mantras and the cooing of many regal swans. O goddess, whose graceful motions mock the moving golden vines, when will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? Whenever I personally read this text 10, I am reminded, I get transported to 1998, to Sri Mayapur Dham, on the day of Nrsimha Chaturdashi. It's a very, very memorable Nrsimha Chaturdashi. And that year, I remember Srila Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, he did something very special for Sri Nrsimha Chaturdashi. He actually did a 2 day before the festival, he did a 2 day planning session with many, many devotees. And he actually planned that there'll be several groups of devotees, that while the Abhishek of Lord Nrsingadev, Ugrasthana Nrsingadev in Mayapur, on the day of Nrsinga Chaturdashi, at dusk is going to happen. So generally there would just be only kirtans that would go on. But Srila Jayapataka Maharaj, he said that no, there should be different chanting, different sound vibrations that should happen simultaneously while the Abhishek is going on. So I remember very vividly that Maharaj had personally organized these different groups. He had made one group which would ring the bell, one group which would blow the conch shell, one group which would do ululating, the ululating sound. One group which would, play the kartals, one group which would play the mridanga, of course, one group which would sing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one group would chant the Bhagavad Gita verses. One group would recite verses from Srimad Bhagavatam. One group would recite verses from the Brahma Samhita. One group would recite verses from Purusha Shukta. So like this, Maharaj organized various groups of devotees, engaging everyone actively while the Abhishek of Lord Nrsingadev was going on. And I remember that Abhishek was such a special experience. When the Abhishek actually started and all these tumultuous sounds were coming together, the bell ringing, karatals ringing, then the mridanga, then we had the conch shell, of course the harmonium was there along with the kirtans, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra chanting, Bhagavad Gita chanting, Bhagavatam chanting, Brahma Samhita recitation, Purusha Shukta being chanted. All of these, different mantras together where, auspicious sounds was created. And that entire, temple hall of Sri Mayapur Dham was actually, it is always the spiritual world, but that moment we could experience the spiritual world. It was an out of this world experience. Such amazing transcendental sound vibrations. All of us sitting in front of Lord Nrsingadev's altar and having this beautiful vision of the Lord getting bathed, and all of these transcendental sound vibrations happening simultaneously. So these sounds, Lord Shiva is saying, that when Brahmanas chant different Vedic mantras, or when the Munis and the Yogis, they are chanting different mantras, all of these sounds, Lord Shiva is saying in this particular verse, that all the sounds of the many, many mantras, all the cooing of different celestial birds is on one side, and the tinkling of Srimati Radharani's ankle bells is on one side. That is how attracted Sri Krishna is to the tinkling of the ankle bells of Srimati Radharani. And her graceful motion is again talked about here, that which really puts to shame the golden vines. If we see the golden creepers, how they literally have a sway when they go up, they climb up the creepers. So Srimati Radharani, she is more graceful than these moving golden vines. Such beauty of Srimati Radharani is described here by Lord Shiva. And all these sound vibrations are on one side of the mantras and all the auspicious sounds on one side, and the tinkling of the ankle bells of Srimati Radharani. Her lotus feet, the tinkling of the ankle bells of her lotus feet is on another side. That is how much captivated Krishna is by Srimati Radharani. Krishna as Madan Mohana and Srimati Radharani as Madana Mohana Mohini. That is her supreme position. Which brings us to text 11. Ananta Koti Vishnu Loka Namra Padma Jarchite Himadrija पुलोमजा विरिञ्च जाव राप्रदे अपार सिद्धि रिद्धि दिग्ध सत्पदाङ्गुलीनखे कदा करिष्यसि मां कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम्. O goddess, worshipped by Lord Brahma, O goddess to whom countless millions of Vaishnavas bow down, O goddess who give blessings to Parvati, to Shachi and Saraswati, O goddess whose toenails are anointed with limitless opulences and mystic perfections, when will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? So again over here, Lord Shiva, at almost the conclusion of Sri Radha Kripa Kataksha Stavaraja, Lord Shiva is again establishing the supreme position of Srimati Radharani, just like he did it in the beginning. Lord Shiva is again concluding it also by saying that how that the creator, Lord Brahma himself, is worshipping the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. And not only Brahma, but millions and millions of Vaishnavas around the creation are worshipping Srimati Radharani. The greatest goddesses who are named as Shachi. Shachi is the wife of Indra. Parvati Devi, the Param Vaishnavi, the wife of Lord Shiva, and Saraswati, the goddess of learning, who is the wife of Lord Brahma. All these three ladies are named here, that they are worshipping the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. So here in text 11, we are seeing that how the worship of Srimati Radharani's lotus feet, her toenails, the glory of her lotus feet is talked about. That she has mystic perfections in her toenails, in her lotus feet. So this verse actually reminds me of a very beautiful katha that we heard from Srila Radharaman Maharaj. One time he had graced our home, and Maharaj gave this katha. It was a very simple katha. We all might have heard it many times. The simple katha was of Krishna going for herding the cows. The first time that Krishna went to herd the cows. But this simple katha, Maharaj, Srila Radharaman Maharaj, the way he explained it, he went into such intricate details. I feel that I would love to share it with all of you so that, we can experience, what these great souls, how they are able to immerse themselves in the Leela of Krishna Smarana. Is coming from these kind of details. So Srila Radharaman Maharaj, he goes on to explain that, Krishna, he was a young boy. And when Krishna was very young, one day Krishna said to Maya Yashoda that, please Maya, I want to go to the forest. I want to go and herd the cows. And then Maya said, Kanha, you are too young. Then Krishna said, no, Maya, please, let me go. And he started singing, Goshthe ami jabo mago. Goshthe ami jabo. Shridamo Shudamo Sange Bachuri Charabo. Which means that Goshthe, I want to go, mother, please, Maya, let me go to the Goshtha. Okay, you're saying that I'm too young, I'm too small for managing the cows. Okay, let me take the Bachuri, the calves, with Sridam, Sudam, Madhumangal. I'll take the calves with me. So Maya said, okay, fine, you go. But the calves, they never left the palace grounds. Around the palace, where, little Krishna, he would just go around with the calves. He would play with his wives, Sridham, Sudham, Madhumangal. And the calves, they had nice tender pastures, green grass around the palace of Nanda Maharaj in Nandagaon. So they would never venture out. So Krishna would never get an opportunity to go out into the forest. So then Krishna understood the trick of Mother Yashoda. And he then came and said, Maya, now I want to go and take the cows with me to Vrindavan forest. Please, please, let me go. Please let me go. And then Maya said, Nana Kanha, you are so young. Look at your body. Your body is like butter. Your body is so delicate. It is like butter. How will you go out into the sun, the scorching sun in the forest? And look, Kanha, when you are at home, you eat around 7-8 times a day. I give you little prasad every single time. Whenever you're hungry, you come running to me and I feed you. When you're in the forest, how will you eat? No, Kanha, you cannot go. So like this, Maya Yashoda always would say, no, Kanha, you're not going to the forest. And Kanha, he would see every day in the morning, he would see the elderly cowherd men going into the forest to herd the cows. And then Krishna would come and he would start rolling on the ground that Maya, please, he would, bang his hand on the ground and say, please, Maya, please let me go, let me go. And one day, Nanda Baba, he saw that this Kanha, he to zid pakad liya hai. Matlab, he is really getting very, very anxious to go into the forest. So what to do? What to do? So he started discussing with his elder brothers, with all of his brothers, Upananda, Sunanda, all of them, he brought them and some of the elderly cowherd men of Vrindavan, and he said, what to do with this Krishna? He really wants to go to the forest. And I can't see Krishna in anxiety. I can't see Krishna crying. What to do? So then Upananda, the brother of Nanda Baba, he said, I think you can let him go, because he will be with his friends. And all of our cows are going, and there'll be many more elderly people also who are going. The cowherd men will be there. So we can let Krishna go. I think we should let him go. Let's not stop him. So then an auspicious muhurta was taken out, and then Maya Yashoda was also convinced. And when it was time, that auspicious muhurta came, and Krishna was so happy that he was going to go to the forest. Finally, he was going to go to the forest. And then Maya Yashoda, she came in front of Krishna. And Maya had made, with her own delicate hands, Maya had made very, very beautiful looking shoes for her beloved child Krishna. And Krishna saw the shoes and he told Maya, oh Maya, you made these for me? How kind of you. Thank you. And Maya said, oh Kanha, you like them? He said, yes, of course I like them. But what about my cows? You got shoes only for me? What about my cows? And then Maya Yashoda said, oh Kanha, the shoes, your cows don't need the shoes. You see, nature, Mother Nature has made the cows in such a way that their hooves, they can tolerate the grounds on which they walk. So their hooves are tolerant for that. They don't need shoes. But your feet is so tender. It's so delicate, oh Krishna. So please, Kanha, you wear the shoes. So then Krishna said, Maya, I am Gopal. I am the Rakhwala. I am the protector of the cows. The cows are actually my Swaminis. They are my masters. I am the follower of the cows. Just like the gopis said in the Sri Gopi Gita. The gopis are saying, Pranata Dehina Papakarshanam Trinacharanugam Sriniketanam Phani Phanarpitam Te kuche shuna krindhiri chayam. Krishna is saying, I am Trinacharanugas. I am the Anuga. I am the follower of these Trinachar. Trinachar means the animals, who eat the grass. That is the cows, the goats. I'm their follower. So if my masters are not wearing shoes, how can I wear? Being their servant, how can I wear shoes? So then Maya Yashoda said, oh, that means I have to make, Nanda Baba has 900,000 cows. So 900,000 multiplied by 4. Cows have 4 legs. And then there is Upananda's cows, there is Sunanda's cows. They have so much more cows. So to make all those shoes, not possible. So then Kanha said, so Maya, then you take back the shoes. I don't want to wear shoes. If my masters are not wearing shoes, I will also not wear shoes. Then the second thing Mother Yashoda had with her was a very beautifully decorated umbrella. And she gave that umbrella to Krishna and said, Kanha, the forest, you're going to this forest, there will be scorching sun. The sun will be very, very, heating. It'll be very hot. So to protect you, to give you some cooling shade, I have made this umbrella for you. Can you please take this umbrella at least? So then Krishna said, yes, of course, I will take the umbrella. But what about my cows? The cows are also going to be in the scorching heat, in the sun. What about my cows? And then Maya Yashoda put her hand on her head and said, Are Kanha, my dear Lala, cows don't need umbrellas. Then Krishna said, then Maya, even I don't need umbrella. He said, no, you should take umbrella with you. Please take umbrella. He said, okay, then I have a solution. Then you send 900,000 men with me. So they will carry one umbrella for each of the cows. And if you are ready to do that, then I will take the umbrella. So then Maya Yashoda said, okay, Lala, you go without umbrella. You go without shoes. I can't do this. And then Maya Yashoda finally sends Krishna away to the forest. And when Krishna would come back every evening from the forest, Krishna's entire body would be covered in brajadhuli, in the dust, because Krishna would be so much, the hoof prints of the cows, when they would go in the front, because Krishna would be at the back, so the hooves of the cows would dig up more and more soil, more and more dhula, more and more dust from Braja's land, and that would get sprayed on Krishna's lotus face and his entire body. And this beauty, that when Krishna returns from Gocharan, when he comes back in the evening at sundown, that beauty, how Krishna looks with dust around his lotus face, that beauty is also described by the gopis in the Gopi Geet. They say, Dina parekshaye Nila kuntalair Vanaruhananam Bibhradavritam Ghanarajaswalam Darshayan Muhur Manasina Smaram Virayachasi. The gopis are describing the incomparable beauty of Krishna. When Krishna comes back from herding the cows at the end of the day, he is covered in dust, and his Nila Kuntalai means his locks of bluish blackish hair is spread all over his moon-like face, which is covered with the dust of Sri Vrindavan Dham. So like this, the beauty of Krishna's face and Krishna's body is described by the gopis. And when Krishna comes in this way, Maya Yashoda is standing at the entrance of Nanda Baba's palace. And she sees Krishna in this condition. And Braja Dhuli, it's not mixed with water, so it's all just dhuli. It's all, dry sand like that, which sticks to the body. So then when Krishna would come back, Maya Yashoda, she would tell Krishna that, Krishna, close your eyes. Maharaj explained this, Radharaman Maharaj. He said that Maya Yashoda would tell Krishna to close his eyes. And Krishna would immediately, like a very obedient boy, he would close his eyes, and Maya Yashoda would go, oof, all over Krishna's lotus face. She would blow like that. And all the dust of Braj would be just blown away from Krishna's lotus face and all over his body. And like this, Krishna would come, and then Mother Yashoda would personally give him bath, give him new clothes, and then she would decorate him and then give him something nice to eat. So like this, Mother Yashoda would, decorate and serve Krishna. And the Brajadhuli that anoints the body of Krishna, that, is the dust of the lotus feet of the gopis, that dhula, that dust, is so dear to the devotees. In fact, it is said, when we do parikrama, a very beautiful Bengali song is sung. It is said, dhula makho makho re, eito brojer dhula. ধুলা নয় গোপী পদরেণু, সেই ধুলা মেখেছিল নন্দের বেটা কানু, ধুলা মাখো মাখো রে, এই তো ব্রজের ধুলা. Means that, please, oh dear devotees doing parikrama, please anoint your body with this dhula, with this dust of the dham, because this is not ordinary dust. This dhula has, it has the dust of the lotus feet of the gopis. And therefore, Krishna actually put this dust all over his body. You see, that's why Krishna did it. Why? Because gopis padarenu is there in this dhula. That the gopis' dust is there in this kind of, the brajadhuli. That is why Krishna anoints himself with this kind of brajadhuli. So therefore the devotees are requested that, please anoint yourself with this brajadhuli and let's get purified. So when Mother Jashoda, when she would, clean up Krishna, Mother Yashoda would every day check the lotus feet of Krishna. Every day. Because she knew the tender, delicate lotus feet of Krishna, how delicate, like butter it was. It is. But there would not be even one single scratch. Not a thorn would have ever pricked the lotus feet of Krishna. Mother Jashoda never had to bandage up Krishna's lotus feet when he would return from the forest. Why? Because Bhumi Devi, Dharitri Mata, she would be so happy that Krishna, he is walking on her. So wherever Krishna's lotus feet would fall, she would make that place extremely soft and delicate, so that Krishna would have no trouble at all to put his lotus feet on that particular tract of land. So how all the personalities come together to worship the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. And this Krishna, whose lotus feet is worshipped by everyone in creation, including Mother Earth, including Maya Yashoda, is all worshipping. They are all worshipping the lotus feet of Krishna. And whose lotus feet is Sri Krishna worshipping? Krishna is worshipping the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. It is said that when Srimati Radharani gets very tired after dancing in the Rasa Leela, she is accompanied by Krishna. Krishna brings her to a very special forest grove, which is called as Seva Kunj. We can all visit Seva Kunj till today in Vrindavan. It's a very special place where Srimati Radharani, to relieve the fatigue of Srimati Radharani, Krishna himself performs menial service to the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. He massages the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. He just takes out all the dust with his own lotus hands. He serves the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. That is why this place is called as Seva Kunj. This very, very special Leela happened in Vrindavan in this Seva Kunj. So beautiful this place is of Seva Kunj, which now in this lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, which has mystical potencies, which is the giver of all benedictions to anyone who takes shelter of the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. Such a lotus feet of Srimati Radharani is our only objective, is the goal of our life. Just like Krishna is worshipping the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, we worship the lotus feet of our spiritual master, who is the representative of Srimati Radharani. Because worshipping the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani and washing the lotus feet of Radharani is very, very far away for all of us. It is very far-fetched. But we have the representative of Srimati Radharani, Shri Guru, whose lotus feet we can wash, we can worship, we can serve. What does it mean to serve the lotus feet of the spiritual master? Not just doing Vapu Seva, not just actually physically serving the body of the spiritual master, but also following the instructions given by the spiritual master. Vani Seva. When we follow the instructions of the spiritual master, that is equivalent to serving the lotus feet of the spiritual master. And that is what pleases Srimati Radharani. That is what pleases Sri Krishna. So with this mood, now we come to the final verse of Sri Radha Kripa Kataksha Stavaraja. Makheshwari, Kriyeshwari, Swadheshwari, Sureshwari, Triveda Bharatishwari, Pramana Shasha Neshwari, Rameshwari, Kshameshwari, Pramodakananeshwari, Vrajeshwari, Vrajadhipe, Shri Radhike, Namostute. O Queen of Vedic sacrifices, O Queen of pious activities, O Queen of the material world, O Queen of the demigods, O Queen of Vedic scholarship, O Queen of knowledge, O Queen of the goddesses of fortune, O Queen of patience, O Queen of Vrindavan, the forest of happiness, O Queen of Vraja, O Empress of Vraja, O Shri Radhika, my obeisances unto you. So this is the final verse of Sri Radha Kripa Kataksha, where Lord Shiva is saying that Srimati Radharani, she is the queen of Vrindavan. And Srimati Radharani was coronated as the queen of Vrindavan at a very special place in Vrindavan, which is called as Imlitala. Imlitala is a very, very special place. In fact, it is said that when Krishna, before going to Seva Kunj, Sri Krishna, before becoming qualified to render service to the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, it is said that Krishna actually gets into the Radha Bhav when he comes to Imlitala. He actually sits in meditation under Imlitala, and he constantly chants the name of Sri Radha. And as he chants her name in Imlitala, he enters into her mood and he assumes her golden complexion. And thus, the manifestation of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. That's Krishna in the mood and the complexion of Srimati Radharani. And this is the reason why, this was the first time when, Sri Krishna had manifested as Mahaprabhu in Imlitala, in the Dwapar Yuga itself. And that is why when Mahaprabhu visited Vrindavan, Imlitala was the place where Mahaprabhu would sit and chant the holy names. This is the reason why that Mahaprabhu chose Imlitala to sit and chant his japa, and everyone would come and see, entire Vrindavan would come and see Mahaprabhu at Imlitala. And Mahaprabhu would stay, however long he stayed in Vrindavan, he would go to different places, even he would go to Govardhan, to Radha Kund, he would come back to Imlitala. And till today, the lotus footprints of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is found under this tree called as the tamarind tree, which is the Imlitala. Very beautiful place. So here, Srimati Radharani was coronated as the queen of Vrindavan. And it is said that there's a very beautiful pastime that Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he wrote in his book called as the Swapna Vilas. He explains a very beautiful pastime. He says that one time in this forest grove, in this place called Nidhuvan, or which is called as Nidhivan, there is a very beautiful temple which is called as the Ranga Mahal. Ranga Mahal, we can still see that today. If we go to Nidhuvan, we can see that in this beautiful forest grove, there are very beautiful trees, small, small trees. And in midst of this forest grove, there is this beautiful temple which is called as this Ranga Mahal, where till today, the pujaris at sundown, they decorate, there's a very beautiful bed there, and they decorate the bed with flowers. They keep fresh pots of water and different drinks and different refreshments like tambula, pan, and different fruits are kept. So, and different items of shringar, like kumkum, sandalwood, bangles, bindis, all of this is kept. And then they lock down this place, and then they leave. The pujaris, all of them leave as soon as the sun is down. Not only all human beings, but even the monkeys, they also leave from this place. The birds, they also leave. The next day morning during Mangalarti, when the pujaris return back to this place, they open the locked door and they see a beautiful vision. Even till today, this happens. They see that it looks as if the bed has been slept on by some person. The water jug is empty. The shringar items are all over the place. So it looks as if someone has come and used that room. That Srimati Radharani and Sri Krishna, they come even now, even till today, they come and enjoy amorous pastimes in this Rang Mahal at Nidhuvan. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he's explaining a very beautiful pastime that happened in this Rang Mahal of Nidhuvan. He's saying that one time, Srimati Radharani was lying there. She was resting there with Sri Krishna, and she had a dream. And she woke up from that dream and she told Krishna that, my dearly beloved Krishna, I have to tell you of a dream that I just saw. And Srimati Radharani, she went on to tell Krishna that, my dear Krishna, you have shown me so many different ways that you appear in this world, but the form that I saw in my dream was very, very, very special. And what I saw was a beautiful golden form, more beautiful than any other personality that I have ever seen. And this form was dancing ecstatically on the banks of a river which looked just like our Jamuna. But our Jamuna is black, and that river was saffron in color. And behind this personality was a beautiful forest which looked exactly like Vrindavan. But it was not our Vrindavan, but it looked just like Vrindavan. And I saw all around this golden personality were millions and millions of people who were chanting and dancing. And this form, this golden form, had his hands raised up, and he was flooding the entire universe with pure Krishna prema, with your love. And this golden form was sometimes crying, he was sometimes rolling on the ground. Oh, my dear Lord Krishna, please, you please tell me, who is this? Who is this personality that I saw? So Krishna, he just smiled very beautifully at Srimati Radharani, and Krishna lifted his kaustubha. Just like how talented people, if they see into the crystal, they see the future. So Krishna's, he carries that crystal in him. So kaustubha mani, Krishna lifted his kaustubha mani, and he told Srimati Radharani, look inside this kaustubha mani. And when she looked within it, she saw the exact same sweet pastime. And Srimati Radharani said that now I understand that both of us are actually going to combine to form this personality, this golden personality. And both of us will come in Kali Yuga to spread our love throughout the entire world through the congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this was very, very beautiful revelation that was already given to Srimati Radharani by Krishna himself. And Srimati Radharani and Krishna talked about the appearance of them combining together as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And there is a very beautiful pastime that how Srimati Radharani created Navadvip Dham. It is said that one time Krishna went off with another gopi, and Srimati Radharani was very hurt. She was very angry, like cheerful, joyful anger. And she was so angry that she said that I will make such a place. Krishna is the creator of everything, but I will create such a place that Krishna will never leave me and go anywhere else from that place. So Srimati Radharani, she cried tears, and that made a very beautiful sarovar, a very beautiful reservoir of water. And Srimati Radharani, she always has a lotus in her hand, which she keeps twirling, which she keeps, moving around like that. She just took that lotus and she placed it on that reservoir of water. That water became the river Ganges, and that lotus manifested as the 9 islands of Sri Navadvip Dham. So in this entire creation, this is the only place that Srimati Radharani created herself with her own lotus hands. And Srimati Radharani, she manifested, in this dham as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna, when he heard that Srimati Radharani had created this most enchanting place called as Navadvip, Krishna came running, and he came running and he took on the mood and the complexion of Srimati Radharani, and they came as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this place, Sri Krishna and Srimati Radharani, they never leave. They are always eternally residing in this most magnanimous form of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the one who came down to this world, who opened the doors of Goloka Vrindavan. When Mahaprabhu walked down from Goloka Vrindavan, the doors to Goloka Vrindavan never closed behind Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The doors are still open for all of us. That those of us are Gaudiya Vaishnavas. We are trying to be the followers of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. We have this access to this unlimited reservoir of mercy that has been brought down by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The combined form of Sri Radha and Krishna. That Mahaprabhu is freely distributing this mercy. You see, one time what happened is Srimati Radharani, Maharaj Vrishabhanu was giving out mercy. He was giving in charity. And they were all asked to bring some bowl to collect whatever charity was being given by Nanda Baba and by Vrishabhanu Maharaj. So Srimati Radharani, she was seeing that her father was so nicely giving in charity. And then one person, he did not have any bowl. So then Vrishabhanu Maharaj said, go home and bring a bowl so that I can give you, and you can collect it in some place, a patra. You can take, like a bowl to collect whatever we are giving you. So Srimati Radharani felt very bad. That how can a person get rejected because he did not have a patra, he did not have a bowl. So Srimati Radharani, in this most merciful form as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, her mood is that whether you are patra or you are apatra, whether you have the bowl or don't have a bowl, to get the mercy, you just come in front of Srimati Radharani as Gauranga Mahaprabhu, you will get the mercy. That is the compassion of Srimati Radharani as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That Lord Chaitanya never sees who is qualified, who is not qualified. He is freely giving out this mercy. And more freely, even more freely than Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda is the one who is giving out this mercy from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is not seeing, even though Lord Nityananda is getting hit, there's blood oozing out from his forehead. But Nityananda Prabhu is singing, Mere cheez koloshir kana, ta bole ki prem dibo na. That you can hit me, but will I still not give you Krishna prem? I will give you, no matter what you do to me. That is Nityananda Prabhu's mercy. And that is the mercy of the Adi Guru, Sri Nityananda Ram. That he is not seeing anyone who is qualified, who is not qualified, just freely giving out this mercy. And we see that same mood of Lord Nityananda manifesting in the form of Srila Prabhupada. If it was not for Srila Prabhupada, how would we be sitting here today and discussing these esoteric subject matters? Jodi Prabhupada na hoito, tobe ki hoito, ei deho bohito kishe. That Srila Jayapataka Maharaj, he is so beautifully glorified that if Srila Prabhupada would not have come, then where would we be? How would we get this kind of mercy? Impossible. This is the quality of the Senapati Bhakta, Srila Prabhupada, who is the Senapati Bhakta of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is the commander-in-chief of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And so much more merciful than Srila Prabhupada are our Guru Vargas. Without even caring for their physical body, they are simply interested in giving Krishna to everyone. They don't care for their own physical comfort. They don't look at their own physical comfort. They just don't think about themselves. They are just interested in only one thing, that how to give Krishna, how to give Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy to every town and village, how to distribute that mercy. So we would consider ourselves extremely fortunate if we can assist our spiritual masters, our Guru Vargas, in their service to Srila Prabhupada and to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu has said, Prithibite ache joto nagaradi gram, sarbotra prachar hoibe mor naam. And our spiritual masters, Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada did this, that he brought this message of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu across the shores of India, so that he can fulfill this verdict of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that in every town and village my name will be chanted. Srila Prabhupada fulfilled this. And now it is our responsibility as the grandchildren of Srila Prabhupada to assist our fathers in spreading this Hare Krishna Mahamantra to whoever we come in across with. Jare dakho tare kaho Krishna upadesh, amar agyai guru hoiya taro edesh. That please, whoever you come in touch with, give them this message of Krishna, so that everyone will be delivered. Offer them to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. Bring souls and do pushpanjali of the souls to Srila Prabhupada. That is the way that we show our gratitude for what Srila Prabhupada has given us. If we want to show our gratitude to Srila Prabhupada, let us distribute, let us share what we have got with others and bring them to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. offer them to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. That will be the success of our lives. And that comes when we are sincerely begging for the mercy of Srimati Radharani when we chant the holy names, as is given by our Guru Vargas. Our spiritual masters have said that please chant 16 rounds of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we'd like to end with a final meditation on this chanting of this holy name. That this we heard from Srila Loknath Maharaj. Loknath Maharaj gives a very beautiful meditation. Maharaj said that when we chant the last Hare Hare in the Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, the last Hare, when we are chanting, we must pray to Srimati Radharani by telling her Maya Saha Ramasva, which means that, oh Sri Radhe, you are enjoying in an ocean of bliss, surrounded by your loving girlfriends. You are serving the Lord of all sweetness, Shri Shri Shama Sundar Bhagavan. You are serving him. You're serving Lord Madhava. So please, O Sri Radhe, please, my humble appeal to you is that, O Sri Radhe, please kindly pick me up and please allow me an access to these leelas so that I can serve your representative, the Guru. I can serve your representative in the association of loving devotees and make our lives perfect. Maya Saha Ramasva. So this mercy of Sri Guru manifests as the mercy of Srimati Radharani. So with this meditation, begging at the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani for service to the spiritual master, we conclude our session of Sri Radha Kripa Kataksha Stavaraja. If there's any questions, any comments, we can take that now. I see lots of comments. Thank you all so much for all of your loving comments on YouTube. Let me just check if there is any questions on Facebook. Okay, we have no questions today from Facebook also, but we thank every one of you for your comments, very, very special comments. It makes us feel that we did some service, which is liked by all of you. So we beg for all of your blessings, that please bless us so we may continue to serve in the mission of Prabhupada in service to our spiritual masters. So with this humble prayer, we will end Sri Radha Kripa Kataksha Stavaraja sessions. Thank you all so much. Shri Shri Radha Kripa Kataksha Stavaraj ki jai. Param Vaishnav Shiva Shambhu Mahadev ki jai. Shri Raghunath Das Goswami ki jai. Shad Goswami Prabhugan ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Iskon Vartaman Guru Vrind ki jai. Jai Nitai Gaur Sitanath Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Thank you all so much. Hare Krishna.